Hello, I am Nico, and today we're doing some art stuff. So what I'm doing today is pretty simple. I just took some pictures of Overwatch characters and then I overpainted them. I started off with Torbjorn because I like him. He's my go-to guy when I play Overwatch. Like, they reworked him a few years ago and he just is sick. He's real cool. He's a cool guy. You know, he likes to shoot things and place turrets. I probably should have drawn his turret, but like, I didn't because he's too cool or something. I have reasons apparently, but I don't. I just didn't draw him. Or I did draw him, but I didn't draw his turret, in case that wasn't clear, because I don't know if it was. I'm rambling. This is my first time doing a voiceover for one of these videos. Normally I just take the audio from stream, and then I just roll with it while I edit. But today I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do some sick old voiceovers. So that means I have to talk about nonsense for a few minutes and hope that you guys are entertained. So, are you entertained? Let me know in the comments down below. Ooh-wee! I've had a tendency for the past month or so to just draw things with a yellow direct light and a red rim light. And that's just what I decided to do for this first one because I was too lazy to come up with anything new and figured I should just do what I normally do for at least one of them. So that's what Torbjorn's like today. Yeah, he's doing pretty good. He looks like a man with a beard. It's great. I suppose this style is sort of like mixing comic book art with oil painting, which gives this kind of weird look. It's not really like professional looking at all, but it looks interesting. I'm into it, you know? It's my cup of tea, you know? I like making it, is more what I'm saying. It's fun to make. It was a good lighting exercise, you know? And it'll look good on Instagram. I think blue and yellow are pretty good contrasting colors. I use them in another piece too, because I'm going to draw Pharah later. And that's just innately in Pharah's design, whereas it's not innately in Torbjorn's design, although my favorite Torbjorn skin does use yellow and blue. It is a good skin. I don't know the name of it, but it's good. It exists. If I were a fine artist, I would talk about how the deep reds signify the anger and war in a battlefield, and Torbjorn is facing the enemy like a stallion in a open field, a lone warrior facing the world, facing adversity. But I mean, that ain't it. That ain't it, son. That ain't it. Yeah, so here's the finished product. He's a man with a plan, you know? He's doing good. Okay, so now we're drawing Mercy, and basically, I was going to do a similar art style to the one I did with Torbjorn, except I wasn't going to use outlines, except the end result actually ended up looking a lot better than if I had just done that, because I accidentally hit a layer while I was doing some light work, and it looked really cool, so I rolled with it. I had the idea of sort of turning Mercy into a devil instead of being an angel. I know, real creative, right? So I was trying to use warm colors like reds and oranges and yellows because that is, I guess, what Satan loves, you know? I split the little halo in two, trying to make horns, and, I guess I thought it would be kind of funny if Mercy was showing no mercy, because their name's Mercy, like they should show mercy, no mercy, you get it? Do you get it? I think you got it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that the reason I have a black square in the corner isn't just because I'm a sellout. It's actually because I was watching a video by Dr. K. I don't know if you guys know Dr. K. He's been doing some great stuff on Twitch about mental health, and he's this Eastern medicine guy who is a practicing psychologist, I think, or therapist of some kind. And he just talks to streamers online, and it's really cool. And that's the video that I was watching, so I had it on stream and decided to hide it because it didn't really provide anything for the content, and I didn't really know what to put there. I probably could have just put a meme or something. Maybe that would have been more fun, but I didn't really think about it when I edited it, and I'm only doing this now after the edit, and I'm too lazy to go back. So this is what we get when we don't think about things thoroughly. Nonetheless, I do think it's smart to mention that I am trying to upload every Friday, and if the videos on Friday are short, I'm also going to be uploading on Wednesdays because sometimes my videos end up being just 1 or 2 minutes because I didn't say much on stream and I was using the audio from stream. But now that I'm not doing that, the videos will probably be around 10 minutes and every Friday. It's probably around here in the video that you see me start working with the values, the reds, that end up being in the final image, where I erased basically everything that was in the back. That was all the details and stuff, and just keep the reds. I guess I also thought that I should mention that I don't really play Mercy very much. I'm kind of that scrub that always goes DPS, and then everyone is like, can someone switch to healer? And I'm that guy who doesn't. I'm a really bad Overwatch player, for that reason specifically. A little bit selfish, but I'm just trying to have fun, you know? That's how it be sometimes. So yeah, we're about done the image. We're going to be showcasing it real soon. Give it a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam! Here it is. How do you like it? I like it. I hope you do too. And now we're drawing Pharah. Yeah. Pharah's another champion I really love to play. Gotta love that DPS if I'm being real. You know, you can go up there, fly, shoot, have a good time. The style that I went with for this piece was more of like a collage-esque painting style. So I used selections and filled those selections with paint, basically. It's sort of like in real life if you were to use masking tape and then just cover an area that you wanted to paint and then fill that with paint and then stop painting that area. And yeah, I thought it turned out interesting. I really don't like the style as much as the other ones that I drew, but I think that if you were to do it properly, it could look really great. I'm just not very well versed in this type of painting, which is why it's fun to try it, you know, learn new things, experience new techniques, and then you improve, right? So maybe I'll end up incorporating some stuff like this in my own style, but we'll see. I ended up discovering this kind of style when I was trying to do an abstract piece in one of my other videos, but I ended up turning it into a landscape unintentionally at first and then intentionally later. And I sort of like working with selections and painting in with them. I just don't know how to do it well and make it look good and how to basically take advantage of that to its fullest. So that's something I really need to learn. I probably could have tried to incorporate more of like Pharah's Egyptian style because I feel like that's the whole essence of Pharah's character, hence their name Pharah. Is that even a god or something? I feel like maybe it's not. Maybe I have just been lying to myself this whole time. But nonetheless, there's like the makeup under her eye and stuff, and it's very Egyptian-esque. So I feel like I could have used that a bit more, but I didn't. Like I mentioned earlier, I used the blue and the yellow that I find contrast really well. Even though that's innately in Pharah's design, I decided to use it here instead of changing it up. I could have done probably better and cooler things, but I just decided to stay authentic with the original design. I've also been thinking it'd probably be fun to do like voice impressions over these videos so that they aren't just so generic. Like maybe if it was like, oh, a pirate draws this art challenge. So then I do some weird voice for over the commentary while I'm drawing, like pretend to be a pirate or like an anime protagonist or something. Because I know that voice acting is a pretty big niche on YouTube, and maybe if I were to get into that, not only would it bring people to my videos, but maybe it would be more fun to produce too. Because right now I'm kind of just talking out of my ass, trying to find fun things to say, but then maybe if I was playing a character, it would make it easier to find fun things to say. But anyway, here is the final version of Pharah. Here he is. It's not as nice as the Mercy one, but it's still good. So basically I wanted to use this last minute to go over what I could do to improve as an artist. I think the Mercy piece is a great example of how sometimes less is more. I think it came out really great and I think it looks better than both other pieces. So I think I probably want to experiment more with a work like that, where it's not about how much detail is in the piece or how much time you put into the piece, but it's more about having an emotion or an atmosphere and you can really tell in the Mercy piece that it is like evil, and it could be like some authority that is trying to take over the world or something, evil person in a comic. It's really cool and I'm into it. So I think the things that I like about the Mercy piece I'm going to try to incorporate more in my work, just doing more subtle things that have more impact. And now here's a typical YouTube outro where I talk about how you can follow me on Instagram and Twitch at Nikolartwork. Thanks for watching so much, and hopefully I'll see you around. I really don't know why I'm talking like some guy in Jersey.